Good evening, and welcome back to the Fantasy Matchup Preview Show, Week 23. Wow, how time flies when you're having a lot of fun, just like we are. As you can see tonight, we're back in the back porch living. Haven't been here in a while. You can tell by the dim lighting of the video and the cyborg appeal of my glasses that I'm donning right now. Well, I guess I could take them off, but I feel as though I look more professional, looking like cyborg with the reflection of the TV in the background, watching little Sox Jays action right now, folks. We'll keep you updated on that as the game progresses. But for now, let's go ahead. Let's talk about the most important thing that anyone cares about right now. And I'm talking fantasy baseball playoffs. I'm talking the Final Four. 1/3 of the league is remaining. 4 out of 12 for those that are non-math majors equals 1/3. 33% if you want to be a percentage type fellow. We've seen some guys go by the wayside in the past 2 weeks here in the likes of Rymart and Billy, but we've got 4 studs ready to fight and claw for that championship title. I'm talking about Savdog, A-Harb, D-Harb, and yours truly, Thrills Alexander. Now, last week in my predictions, I predicted myself to pick up a victory, but I believe I predicted the old Rymart to pick up a dub, and that did not happen as he lost in resounding fashion, which was quite unfortunate for him, but Savdog prevails. Maybe it is truly the year of Savdog. You know, even a broken clock's right twice a day. Even the sun shines on a dog's ass. So, Sav, you got that to look forward to, my good man. Looking at last week's predictions, though, like I said, they were pretty good. In the consolation bracket, I predicted both, Jaycock to win, which he did. But I predicted Austin to get that dub, and I thought he was going to do it, but he just couldn't bring himself to pick up the dub, which was unfortunate with the last-minute stat correction. I went back and tried to look at it. I assumed Cody might have been credited with a double, which would have given him more total bases. Austin, you can enlighten us later as to what the stat correction was. I don't believe you posted in the message board. You just posted that there was a stat correction. We have yet to see what that is. Moving forward this week, we're going to talk about the guys that are gone, the consolation bracket, then we're going to get to the Final Four. So without further ado, much like last week when I told everybody, you know, what I loved about the guys that were in the consolation bracket, the ones that had been eliminated, the ones that were playing, this week I intend to do the same. We've got 4 more gentlemen who were eliminated last week from their playoff contention. I guess two gentlemen were, let me rephrase this all together. We got 4 gentlemen I'm going to talk about this week. 2 that didn't get to play last week in the consolation bracket, and nobody in Big Ant, and 2 that have been defeated from the championship bracket in Billy Baseball, and 1 Rymart. So without further ado, let's talk about the consolation bracket first. We'll get started with the 11-12 matchup. Just go ahead and get that out of the way. It truly is the dredge of the league right here. B. Green and Austin Snead. B. Green's team has been trending as quite possibly the worst team in baseball for the past 12 weeks. Austin, on the other hand, has just been, as he says, a bearer of bad luck, someone that just can't catch a break on a Sunday afternoon. Oh, Rafael Devers is out too. What a damn bummer. So is JD Martinez. Sunday morning shit out in Maroon 5 special. We're going to start calling that. But Homer Depot, I don't foresee that happening this week. I don't want to spend a lot of time on the 11 versus 12, but I do foresee you picking up a dub over B. Green and his team of unfortunate events. I don't foresee much stopping you from victory this week other than your own managerial skills. So Homer Depot, I predict you to pick up the dub this week and be our 11th place team. Record-wise 12, title-wise 11. So you got that going for you. Next up, we'll talk about the old Code Nobes versus Ant matchup. Code Nobes, told you what I really dug about you last week, brother man. This week, Anthony, you know some things I really love about you, man. You're a Colts fan, you're a Gators fan, and you're a motor-mouthing some bitch just like me. Even more to an extent. You've got a point, you're going to stick to you're sticking to those guns 24/7, my man, and I can get behind that all the way. Just like I can get behind you picking up a dub over our defending champ last year. So, Code Nobes, you're going to pick up a loss this week. I believe that'll drop you from 1st in the league to 10th in the league, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that'll be barring a matchup next week. I do believe you would have. So, Code Nobes, you're going to pick up a loss. I hope your cruise is fantastic. I'm glad to see you're back in the States. If you are indeed, it is the 10th of July. Damn, I wish it was the 10th of July. 10th of September. That's a little bit worse. But I hope like I said, hope your vacation was splendiferous. This week, though, your week is going to end, your season is going to end, and you can just go ahead and put in this nightmare behind you of trying to defend 2 straight titles. I know the pressure has got to be just overbearing on you right now. You know, gentlemen, I'm going to, for a moment, I'm going to go ahead and take off the glasses because that reflection is straight up killing me. So I hope you don't mind looking at this ugly mug a little more up close and personal. I know Ben doesn't. Speaking of Ben, let's go ahead and talk about the Benson matchup versus the Jaycock matchup. So Jaycock, I predicted it was the year of the stash. Might have been a bit premature. But maybe you're going to be the year of the stash of the consolation bracket. I don't know. But you're playing against our beloved commish Benson, and that's what I gotta say I love about you, man. You're the commish. You take a lot of shit, but you set up the league, man. You handle that business. You collect the dues. You try to make sure everything's on the up and up. Love that about you, man. Love that we're tight enough that I was the best man in your wedding. Love that we've been buds since college, and we can just say freaking and geeking, and we know exactly what we're thinking about, man. Running from that fucking library all the way to class in Miss Newsom's class, just shoving shit and just like this professional-looking clear plastic binders that we all know you can pick up like $5 for $1 at Dollar General stores like that. So, Benny boy, that's some things to love about you, man. And unfortunately for you, I love the fact that your season is going to end as well. That Mr. Tickles is going to pick up the dub here, and just nobody. Once again, you can go ahead, just watch yourself of this, focus on fantasy Foosington ball, and just have a clear, crisp mind from now until February. So, nobody going out, commish going out. And we're going to see Jaycock go ahead and advance to the championship, the championship of the consolation. All right, moving up to the big boy bracket, championship round. Let's go ahead and talk about the two boys that were eliminated last week. I'm talking about Billington Baseball and Nelson Cruising for a bruising. Oh my God, Sam talk, that was so funny, man, when he threw that out there, cruising for a bruising. Then he flicked your Bama gear. I was chuckling out loud multiple times in that video. But anyways, let's focus on Rymar for a change, man. I love the similarities that we have, man. You love golf. You love Georgia just the way I love football. You love the fact that we can just fucking grind Anthony's gears and just throw out some just ridiculous-ass trades, and sometimes they'll get accepted, and you just take the brunt of the league right there. I love that about you. You're willing to just deal with that shit 24/7. And I love the fact that we both like some things that are pretty much frowned upon by most people in the league. You with the soccer, and me with my crappy music. I don't try to push anybody on it, but anytime it's breached, if you will, I get hammered on for my taste in music, just like anytime a round black and white soccer ball is mentioned, you tend to, Atlanta United, Rymar like soccer. So I love that fact about you, man. So we got some crazy similarities right there, bro. So I'm glad. Sorry your season's over. I'm not sorry. I didn't want to play you ever again. I was glad it was done when it was done. For future use, bro, when you changed your name to Nelson Cruising, your team went straight Shitsville, USA, man. You should have kept it to Springfield Isotopes. That would have been the key to victory, I think, just sticking with the Topes. Topes win, baby, Topes win. I didn't get to say that anymore after after that fantasy foosball draft in the, Tumbleweed League. In the Tumbleweed League. So that might have been a mistake on your part. Billington Baseball, man, I love the fact that you're a principal, and you're showing me that I never in my wildest nightmares should ever contemplate, let that thought cross my dang peeper or my brain about being a principal. Every day it sounds like you're dealing with the biggest amounts of bullshit a man could want to cope with. So kudos to you for enduring that already, and just, setting your foot down, hopefully on some of these parents, letting them know, hey, you're not a people pleaser. You're a student teacher. You're there for the students, not for the parents. All right, parents, stop at the door. All right, 7:45, get the fuck out. All right. So moving on, Billington Baseball, keep rocking that school, Mr. Stocky, Principal Stocky. All right, enough with the chit chat. 9 minutes deep. Let's talk about the two games that matter: Savdog versus Behind. Thrills versus Evil Morty. We'll talk about my matchup first because I'm here present, talking, rambling my lips, flapping my gums, as Benson would say. Thrills versus Evil Morty. Matchup 1-1 on the season. Thrills taking the matchup early in the season. D-Harp taking the matchup in the second part of the season. Matchup in the second. Both matchups were close. Both matchups could have gone either which way. D-Harp and his team, they seem to just... topsy-turvy right now, D-Harp. Not going to lie. Topsy-turvy. You're 3 days a week, you're great. 4 days, you're shitty. Or 3 days, you're great. 2 days, you're shitty. 1 day, you're good. 1 day, you're bad. I don't know what I'm going to expect. I have no idea what to expect with your team. Madison Bumgarner last night did great. Today, I'm losing 9-4 right now because Corey Dickface or Alex Dickface, one of them, is jacking the Braves. Got 2 dingers already. God, if that was me, I'd be yucking it up to high hell. So, that really sucks for me. This You know, I really want to predict my team's going to win, but Evil Morty's been the #1 seed all season long for a damn reason. For a damn reason. But just seeing people want to see me versus A-Harb, I don't know why they want to see that. I mean, I do know and I don't know. A-Harb has just owned my ass all of our past, like, 8 years of fantasy baseball. Just owned it. Tattooed his name right there on it, and it sucks. And I'm going to get to face him next week in the championship because Thrills is winning. D-Harb, I don't have faith that your team's going to be able to do what it needs to do all season long, all week long. You got Bellinger, but now you got Yelich hurt. Rosario's back. Who knows who's going out tomorrow? You've got a stacked offense, but too many guys are taking X's right now, not playing their games. Your pitching staff, Bauer outage. You get him a couple times this week against me. I get Bumgarner twice against me. I'm kind of worried about those things, but I don't think you can get 2 consecutive starts out of Bauer right now. I don't think you're going to get 2 phenomenal starts out of Bumgarner right now. At least, that's what I'm hoping, bro. That's what I'm hoping. But, I mean, your offense isn't going to be stopped. I'm just going to have to try to keep it close in a couple categories. I already know that. You're going to rate me in dingers and RBIs and total bases and OPS. I just got to hope to hang on in some other categories somehow, some way, and I know I'm going to do it. So, Thrills in the championship round. Next, Savdog versus Behan. This is a matchup I've gone back and forth on. A-Harb, I loathe him because he's good. Hate playing against him. Savdog, somebody who I don't want to say it's the year of the Sav. I don't want that. That cannot go down in history, fellas. That just cannot be something that we sit back and say, God, you remember 2019? What was the year of Sav? We're going to be like, what the that one must have been a shitty damn year. I've sat here, I've been like, is this really going to play out like it? Or will A-Harb come back just like MJ, be like, I'm here. I'm the champ. Do something. Do something. Because I think if you recall, the Bulls weren't the #1 seed going to the playoffs. Magic were. Didn't matter. MJ came in, took him out, came back and won those chips. So, I mean, I'm just saying, A-Harb, Savdog, it's going to be a tough matchup either which way, no matter who I face. Who would I rather face? Obviously, I'd rather face Sav. Nothing would make me happier than seeing A-Harb get beat, but I can't say it's going to happen. That was my top pick right there this week, boys. I know it's going to be reversed, but Behan, #1. I had him written down first. I know he's going to pick up a dub because that's just things he does. And fucking Wade Miley, a third of an inning, 7 earned runs, 189 ERA. You MFing kidding me? Can you be serious here for a second? For a damn second. He should have never started for you, Savdog. You use your brain sometimes, man. Come on. Not just because they have a green check doesn't mean they have to start. Anyways, Behan's going to pick up a dub, face me in the championship, just like old times, just like we all wanted to see. If we see a Harbor versus a Harbor matchup, at least 2 people in this league are killing themselves and not coming back. So we really just want to prevent that. That's the main thing. We can all admit that. Harbor on Harbor crime, it doesn't matter who it is. We're all pissed off. I guess we're just happy it's not Ben. So that wraps it up here in the matchup preview show. We got Thrills versus A-Harb in the championship that matters. We got Tickles versus Anthony in the consolation bracket. We got B Green wrapping up the worst placed team in the league. And your team's been really bad, man. Like, it might be one of the worst teams we've ever seen. I can't lie. Like, looking back at who you drafted and who you have now, it's just shit show USA. But anyways, until next time.
Rob the jewelry store and tell them make me a grill.
Let's just go out on some Nelly. I hope everybody hates this song, because I fucking love it. This video ain't bad either. Later, gentlemen.